Human beings are by nature social. We need other people to survive physically and psychologically. And in terms of a psychological need, we need to both be included and to believe that we are included. So FOMO, it's the obvious way that's exactly what the words or what the name sounds like. So an example of that would be like someone who usually wants to be included in activities and they usually say yes. And many of us have had the experience of being excluded from something or finding out that we weren't invited, and that really hurts. Nobody likes that. And this kind of FOMO usually only causes problems when a person engages with things that they don't really want to do in order to believe that they are included. So the less obvious way is mostly what researchers and clinicians focus on in terms of FOMO. And that experience is characterized by feelings of inferiority, loneliness, and sometimes even anger associated with exclusion. And the experience can be problematic when it starts to have a long-standing influence on a person's way of interpreting information. Not having the best relationships that have taught you that you are loved and valuable and worthwhile and you possess dignity. Things like social anxiety, as well as having a constant flow of information about what other people are doing, those are all contributing to the feeling of FOMO. Questions about a person's self-worth. Like, does this person want me around? Do I measure up? And I think that second question is really what drives FOMO. In addition to affecting mental well-being, FOMO in its long-standing form can have physical effects too. So it can affect your sleep. So constant exposure to screens and blue light makes it hard to fall asleep. And if you're not getting enough good quality sleep, that makes it difficult for your body to clear out the cellular waste that's in your brain, which is a significant factor in the development of things like brain fog. But it's also, in the short term, but it's also associated in the long term with dementia. But regular exposure to edited images and videos that present to you unrealistic ideals and standards of beauty do lead to nutritional and body image issues. And that's not only for female identified users. Academically, FOMO can cause problems. So problems with attention that's caused by frequent task switching, quickly scrolling through short videos, actually can make it really difficult to sit through boring classes. It usually becomes apparent when someone tells me that they feel like they're behind in life. Generally, the people that I hear say that they feel behind in life are not behind at all. But it's often a sign of FOMO, especially when the person can logically say, like, I know I'm in college and I'm moving toward my career and I'm not actually behind, but I still feel like I am. And when people say, I feel like, I feel that, I feel as though, those are all references to the judgments that they've made that they're behind. And the only way to make that judgment is by having some external source of information that's telling you that you're behind. Spending a lot of time on social media, constantly refreshing a feed, distracted driving because of using devices, having trouble saying no even to things that they don't want to do. The last thing I'll mention is feeling constrained by other people's opinions. But when it gets to the level of influencing your daily life, then you're really going to want to limit your social media exposure. But it's best to limit screen time in general. You want to avoid comparing yourself to others. When you start comparing yourself to other people, then you start despairing because someone is going to have it better than you. Another thing to do is make plans with people and keep those plans, even if something better comes along. But we often have to sacrifice something good in order to choose something good.
In conclusion, FOMO is a normal feeling people get when left out of an activity, but can be problematic as a long-standing influence on daily life. If you recognize these signs of FOMO, take a step back and reorient yourself, or reach out for help. The UT Counseling Center is available for assistance.